Hiya puddings. So, you all know my attention span is very short, and so is my tolerance for hair colours, and I always want to change it up after a little while, and it's change it up day today, I've decided. So I think I'm going to go with Cerise. Okay, step one, I put about, I would say about a tablespoon in there. Put conditioner with that. See in a minute. Okay, added conditioner. I would say approximately 2 to 3 times as much conditioner today as I put in of the dye. I'll just mix it up. Okay, there's plenty there, probably too much. But what I tend to do is I'll just keep it. It doesn't go off or anything. So if I don't use all this today, I'll keep it. You definitely need gloves for this. Okay, so that's it. It's on. I will probably leave it. I normally say half an hour to an hour. Grease off, so I've got a bit of cleaning up to do. So I'll just be doing that before I leave it very long, because if I leave it until I'm washing it off, then I'll probably have that stain for a couple of days. Okay, I've cleaned up, but you can see I just touched up the edges there just to make sure there was no drips. And I've washed my hands twice, and I've still got a little bit of pink on there. So what I'm saying is, be careful if you're using this particular one. It's Cerise, and it's by Directions Hair Dye in Cerise. And yeah, be careful with it. It's lethal. I'll see you when I've took... And we're back. It's crazy purple. Well, purpley pink. It's actually purpley than it might be if I'd put it on, say, white hair or freshly bleached hair, because I don't know if you can see, there's a kind of iridescence there that's actually the remainder of the blue that I had on before. So it gives you this sort of cerise, but with a purpley sheen every now and then, which is great. Now it won't stay this intense. It will gradually go, sorry, messing with it because it's the first time I've seen it. It will gradually go paler and paler as I wash it. Every time I wash it, it will be a slightly different shade until it's probably down to a very pale lilac. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to put some makeup on. Back in a minute. I'm also going to put on some Tiggy Bedhead Manipulator. I think I've said about this before. It's great stuff, but it's very sticky. It's got this kind of mozzarella thing it does with stringly bits, but I tend to just wab it on my fingers and then flatten those sides out, because I always think if I don't do that, I might look a bit mushroomy. Yeah, so, and that's really good for texturizing. I think when you've got strong colours on your hair, it's good to sort of have some texture in there. Otherwise it can look a bit, I don't know, like someone coloured you in with a felt tip. Not that I'd mind that these days, I quite like it. But yeah, so Tiggy Bedhead Manipulator, it's great stuff. Got hairs in my... All right, I'm going to put some makeup on now. When I change my hair colour, one of the first things I need to do is sort of think about what eyeshadow tones are now going to really look lovely with this particular hair colour, and also how my skin tone might have changed. When I first put it on and it looks really strong and I'm getting used to it, I always feel like I look a bit washed out with a very darker colour than this, than my natural grey. But I am, because this is quite a purpley colour, I am probably going to lean to the neutral shades again. So purples and blues, I always end up going to the neutral shade to put a bit of extra warmth into the overall tone, because a neutral shade has got a slight amount of yellow. My natural shade is very pink and cool toned. So I'm going to be doing that. I've not done my whole foundation. My cheeks are a bit warm at the moment, so I always find I don't want to put foundation on when I've just come out in the shower and my cheeks are all pink. I'll do it later when they've calmed down. I've just put foundation on my eyes and under my eyes a little bit, and I've used the Ordinary Serum Foundation in shade 1.2N. And like I say, my normal shade, my exact shade, would be 1.2P, which is a pinkier one. But today I'm going to go with a slightly yellower tone to offset that lovely purple. Okay, let's have a think about what eyeshadows. I've decided to use this one again because I do really like it as a starting point. Again, I've just put a really strong colour on my hair, or at the moment it's still very strong because it's fresh. If I then go on with pinky purple shades on my eyes as well, it might be overkill. So to give a bit of contrast, I'm going to go with some of these shades at the end here, and maybe some other aqua shades, but greens and aquas I think I'm going to go with, and some neutral tones in the middle. Okay, back in a minute. So there we have my step one, which is a neutral taupe brown, and it's actually from the this palette here. I can't remember what it's called, but I'll add it on the video later because I'm cool. Yeah, and that's basically just giving my eyes some shape. So I've used the shade Confession, that one there, on my lids and the inner eyes. Now I've nipped onto the Waffle Cone palette, and I can see in the video that this looks a lot more turquoise than it is. It's actually a sort of greeny shade, but I'm going to go with that one on the outside and probably on my liner as well. Okay, that looks a bit mad at the moment, but trust the process. Right, back in a minute. I'm going to do my under eye. I'm going to use this gel liner to go underline my eyes first, and then I'm going to put some green under there. Okay, under eye done. I'm going to use that to glue on some shimmer. Oh, we're definitely going to be peacocking today, puddings. Now then, sometimes when I do a colour eyeshadow look, I just feel like the colour on its own isn't defined enough. So on this eye, I don't know if you can tell, I hope you can, I've used a navy to define that a little bit more, and it's sort of giving it an ombre under eye look. Yeah, whereas this eye is a bit very peacocky. So that's worth thinking of. You just, black's always good as well, just to go right by your lid and just give it a bit of definition. Done my brows and a little bit of highlight. Mascara next. Mascara done. Right, I'm moving on to a bit of foundation and some blush. Right, blush done. Little bit of taupe shaping here, not much, I don't contour much. And a little bit of highlighter here, and that's my dip for contouring. Now, lip is going to be this one, and it is a lime crime one called Mirage, and it's like a lilac-y colour. Okay, back in a minute. There we go. So that's just lime crime. I normally don't just put one lipstick on, you know me, but it is just lime crime Mirage, and the only thing I have done is a little bit of tiny bit of outlining with a brown liner pencil. And that's me done, I think. Yeah, it's a bit bright and in your face, but you know, sometimes you got to get in people's faces. Do you know what I mean? So today is going to be one of those days. Have a really good time, puddings. I'm going to put some posy stuff on, obviously, at the end. See ya!